up, guys? It's Friday afternoon. This came yesterday, showed up in the truck. They dropped it out there at the curb, so I had to go get a tractor to get it back here to the shop. So we started unboxing this right now. This is the Grizzly 15-inch Extreme Series planer with the Helical cutter head. Been waiting on this for a little over a week now. Been looking forward to getting this into operation. And I'm working with the DeWalt 735 planer with the Scheelix cutter head in it, but it's a little underpowered for what I want it to do. Use a lot of wide boards, a lot of walnut, making thick passes and stuff, so it's just a little underpowered, so I wanted something a little more substantial for the shop to get through that milling process a little bit quicker. So I'm going to get this unboxed, see how it looks, see how it goes. Okay, so got the sides of the crate off, so I just thought I would just show this a little bit. So Grizzly's really pretty good about packing their machines. This was crated up pretty well. Lots of space around the machine inside, covered up with plastic, so as we do this little walk around right quick just to see, doesn't look like there's any damage, looks pretty good. Put your spare parts in there on the table. Table extensions there. So I'm going to get it hoisted up here and get it on a mobile base. Here's the mobile base it's going to go on right here. I make these bases because I don't really like any of the commercial ones that are available. I need to be able to roll my machines in any direction, and I don't like the way that other casters drop them on the ground when you set them down. So I just use 3-inch locking wheels on an angle iron frame, and it works pretty good. Been doing that for several years. So let's get this unwrapped and get it on the base and start putting it together, and we'll see what we got. So, putting the tables on here, I wanted to show you guys something that I do. So as you guys that aren't like really mechanical inclined or haven't worked on a lot of equipment or anything, this might help some of you. See a lot of people trying to figure out how to hold the table and mess with the bolts and do all that. It's not necessary to wrestle with this table. All you got to do is get your bolts started, screw them up a little bit snug, and then just snug enough so that the table will stay where you put it, right? So you get it up there, get your straight edge on here, and I need this lip right here to be level with the table there, and that's pretty good. Now I still got a little bit of a dip, but I got to adjust these Allen screws that are underneath the table right here to bring it up flat, and I don't have to wrestle with all this to get this straight. Once I get it all level and everything in plane, then I can finish snugging up my bolts and we check everything. Should be good to go. Real simple way to get that done. Get your bolts started, get it close, snug them up a little bit, adjust it with a little dead blow, and then tighten them up. Okay, so I got the table on the front, got my bolts tightened up, set screws are snug, just checking it now. And there's no light showing between here. From corner to corner, everything looks really good. Okay, so the table's pretty straight. I like it. I'm going to keep it there. Like I was saying, put your bolts in here, snug them up just enough to hold the table up there kind of snug. Tap it into place with the dead blow. Something like that's not going to hurt it. Don't beat it. Cast iron's pretty fragile, so you could break it if you go crazy. But just tighten the bolts up just enough to hold the table. Tap it into place as you work on getting it level with your Allen screws under here. Once you got it where you like it, tighten up your bolts, recheck everything, good to go. There's no need to struggle trying to hold this up here and get it straight before you tighten your bolts up or anything like that. It's a real simple way to do that. Learned that a long time ago working on heavy equipment, and it's served me pretty well putting all the machines together in the shop. So hopefully that helps some of you guys out a little bit. Alright, so Saturday afternoon, finished putting this all together yesterday and getting it all cleaned up. Had the chance to fire it up this morning and give it a test run. Pretty impressed with it so far. Pretty solid machine. So I wanted to show you guys, this is what we were using before. This machine's not really that old. I've had this one maybe a little over a year. This has the Berg Schillex helical cutter head in it. This whole machine, the way it's sitting right now, is probably about 1,100 bucks brand new. And it's a pretty nice machine, but it's a little bit underpowered for what I'm doing here. I do a lot of heavy wide boards, 1.5 to 2 inch thick, and it doesn't have the power. It gets pulled down. The motor is a 110 motor. I don't even know what it's rated at. It's 15 amp, which really isn't a lot of anything. Mostly plastic, and it's got the pressed metal tables here, and it does a nice job. It doesn't not a lot of snipe if you take light cuts and pay attention to what you're doing, but just a little bit underpowered and a little bit slower than what I really wanted. So I ended up getting this one, and I wanted to say all the features on this machine are pretty much all the same features that the Powermatic had for a lot more money. Probably can't see it, but I got a Powermatic 8-inch joiner sitting here. It's a helical head. Does a great job, real nice machine. I was looking at the Powermatic planer, but it couldn't get a hold of one for a couple of months. And Grizzly had this one in stock, and when I started looking, doing a little research online, I realized that this machine right here is almost identical to the Powermatic. It has all the same features. It's got anti-kickback in it. It's got the serrated drive roller in the front. It's got great dust collection. It's got a 3-inch helical cutter head. I think the biggest difference is the number of teeth, but let me tell you, this little Grizzly right here makes a really nice finish. I ran some white oak through it a little while ago just to see how it would do, and it makes a very nice cut. It's very heavy. It doesn't vibrate, and it's quiet. You can actually have a conversation next to it while it's cutting. So that was pretty interesting. And the power, I ran about a 10-inch wide, probably a 6/4 white oak board through it, and this machine didn't even notice it. It just fed it right through and came out the other side with a nice clean finish on it. I was pretty impressed. And the other thing I wanted to say is there's a lady out there, if some of you guys might know her. Her name is Darvin Orvar. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, but she's been around for a while. I've been watching a lot of her videos for a couple years, and she started out in a little shop with a lot of little tools and stuff, and has evolved like most of us do. And she's doing some really nice work now. And she did a 1-year review on this planer. This is what kind of convinced me to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. It was available, had all the features I wanted, and she gave it a really good review. And the other thing is you should go and check her out on her channel, check out some of her content, because she has a very nice discount code on her channel for Grizzly machines that she has in her shop. And I saved about 300 bucks on this just by using her discount code. So go over to her channel and check her out. if it wouldn't have been for her, I probably would have never really gave this one much thought. But I think Grizzly's kind of come a long way in the last probably 10 years or so. And this machine is actually a very nice machine. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm going to turn it on in a second just so you can hear the difference between that one cutting a wide board and this one. And we'll just kind of wrap it up there, but I'll just kind of show you how it sounds, how it works, let you see the finish on it. I'm not going to go through all the features on here because there's so many reviews out there. You guys can, you guys probably already seen them all anyway, but pretty happy with this. I'm excited now. It was well worth the $3,000 I paid for it. All right, so just gonna run this board. This is white oak. It's a wide board. We'll run it through the DeWalt planer first, so you can kind of hear how much the power is on this one and just the sound level. And then we'll run it through the Grizzly here. You can see the difference. So you can hear the difference. I had to mess with it a little bit to set the sign on it, but the cut on this one was really light. Still made a nice cut with those helical cutter heads in there. Those carbide cutters do a really good job. But the problem is it's just a little bit underpowered for it. So if you're not taking a really light cut, you get a little bit of snipe unless you're paying attention. And if you lift on the end of the board as it's coming out of the rollers, you can really kind of cut down on that. And this is a pretty good little planer for what it is. So there's no real complaints there other than the power, and you can hear how it sounded when it was cutting compared to this one. So I'll show you in just a second what the cut looks like. There's literally no snipe on this board right here. Alright, so this is the board that just came out of the planer. I'm going to try to get a closer view. So there on the board, there's no snipe or anything on there. No ripples, no teeth marks, no tool marks of any kind. Nice smooth. And I can almost finish that up a little bit and finish it. It's a very nice smooth finish on that. And that was a rough piece of oak a little while ago. So I'm pretty happy with the way that works out.